as a professional hitman after successfully taking down his target. The jackal skillfully took apart the gun. His movements were unhurried but super efficient. Then he packed up his clothes, put on his jacket, planted the bomb, and left the office building. Before leaving, he even set off the fire alarm on purpose. The whole thing only took 2 minutes and 50 seconds. He calmly got into the car he'd prepared in advance. He had already predicted that the police would focus their efforts on the hospital. Even if the police sped over, they'd have to drive a much longer distance than 3,800 meters, so he could even pass right by a bunch of police cars without being noticed. By the time the police arrived at that office building, he got out, switched cars, then immediately set off an explosion in the first car he'd been in, and completely erased all traces he'd left behind. After that, he walked into an internet cafe, plugged in his hacker USB drive, and replaced the computer's original OS. This way he could completely wipe out all his internet activity records. Then he logged onto the dark web using the new OS. This website was where he communicated with his client, but the client didn't make any move at all. The jackal had to take the initiative to send a message asking for the remaining payment. The other side only replied telling him to wait. Even a seasoned professional hitman could only wait around like this. A few hours passed. The jackal finally couldn't hold back anymore and asked how long he'd have to wait. Only then did the other side reply, the payment will arrive within 24 hours. A grand villa stood on a small hillside somewhere. The jackal parked his car in front of the villa, put away the gun he'd been carrying, and walked skillfully through the unguarded front door. He was wearing a sharp suit, looking just like a business executive. That's right, this hitman had already started a family. On days when he didn't have missions, the jackal lived here. When he was alone, he'd turn on his computer. The 24 hours had long passed, but the remaining payment still hadn't arrived. He sent another message to the client to press for the remaining payment. But from the moment he sent that message, all his past professional demeanor and the calm he'd deliberately maintained would completely fall apart.